So in this video tutorial we're going to show how to assign a speaker to an existing meeting agenda item. So before we can assign a speaker we actually need to go ahead and create one. So let's go back to the test video event main page. So we've got agenda items, speakers, exhibitors, locations and groupings again. And this time we're going to click on speakers and add a new speaker to this event. So let's create somebody, let's call them Mr. John Everett, and I've misspelled his name, so Everett, and we can specify their title and their forename. So we have to type this out separately, and the reason for this is that people will want to search in the application for speakers, and if we're able to call us forename and surname out separately, we can list by surname or list by forename, and this field here is actually only for the database. So once we add in John Everett, we can then add in the suffix, which is the Mr, Mrs, sorry, not the Mr, Mrs, that's the prefix. This is to go at the end, so this might be such as they've got a Beyonds or a MSc, and it's optional if you want to use it. This field can be repurposed as well, so if you need the name formatting done slightly differently, just speak to Azart and we can use that field to put in any additional text for the speaker. The email is optional if they want to expose it, and equally please get their permission before exposing it because it's going into a public app. However, let's just put in, so John Everett at hotmail.com, and the company that they work for, so this could be company X, and their website is www.companyx.com, and their job title if you want to expose this, which is quite usual, so let's just put them in as CEO. Their biography, obviously you'd probably ask them to send this in, and I'd suggest that they don't use more than 100 words because people don't like reading long biographies. It's just very snappy, to the point, perhaps a little bit about where they're from, what they're about, and who they're interested in speaking with, or what their topic of expertise is. So John is an established company director with 50 years experience in mobile apps. So once we have that, we can scroll down and you can see there's a photo title here, and this again is just for the database purpose. This isn't actually going to appear in the data in the app itself, but so we could call this John E's photo. It's not actually necessary, you could just put in random letters there, to be honest, but the photo itself is important, and again we can click browse and upload, and you can upload to this folder or upload to the logos. Again, I would create a new folder for your speakers and just create this as speakers, and now you can select on your speakers. You see how it's an open folder again. You can now press upload, and we can go to select files to upload an image for that person. So here's a picture of my ugly mug, lightly whitewashed, and we can select snapshot, press open, uploads the snapshot. Again, I would recommend using JPEGs, not PNGs. And also, when naming files, make sure, if you can, to use only letters A to Z and numbers 0 to 9. Don't use special characters such as quotation marks, brackets, forward slashes, backslashes, underscores. All of those hyphens, all of those will actually just cause issues when we go to use the Android platform, because it has very strong naming conventions for the file names. There should be some tests added into the database to ensure this doesn't happen, but for the moment just make sure that you adhere to the keeping short file names with A to Z, 0 to 9 characters, no spaces and no weird characters in there. Also, I've done a very bad thing here. I've uploaded it as a PNG. Generally, PNGs are not suitable for people's images because there's a lot of colors in there. PNGs are very good for single colors or images with alpha in, but they come at a cost of having a rather large file size, whereas a JPEG is much better than natural photographs. It compresses far better, which is much better for the mobile phone because it means it downloads a lot faster. So I would, I'll click on my image for the moment and we press insert. And then we can also see here we've got the options for an award or highlighted speaker. These are just options for if you have special features in your app itself, so we can customize the app to be able to highlight specific speakers rather than just having a single list of all of them. And again, awards, if people are being nominated for awards, you might want to be using this feature. Speak to Aslight if you want to use either of these. So clicking save, that's it. There's Mr. John Everett for Company X added in, and we can now go back to our agenda items of where we've had our keynote, and we should be able to click on this and assign a speaker, and we should see from a drop-down list the speaker, and at the moment we've only got Mr. John Everett added in, and the role we can specify if they're the host, the organizer, speaker, moderator, and so forth. Generally you just want them as speaker unless of course they are hosting it, so if you use speaker by default and just use the others in when necessary, it makes it a lot easier to format the screens. So pressing save, and that's it. There's our speaker now assigned. So the next tutorial will focus on creating tracks and sessions, and to do that I actually want to just create one more agenda item, so we'll do that ever so quickly just so that we've got a couple to hand. So we'll go meeting 1 next, we'll make this at 10 o'clock maybe on the 25th, and again we'll make that until 11 o'clock. We can ignore those options, and we haven't specified a location, so we'll just press save, and again we'll do that for meeting 2. Press save, and we can actually just use the same times, so we're going to have these as a session that happen at the same moment, and perhaps let's just add in a third just to be sure that we're doing this right. Click next, and again these could be slightly different times and still fit in the same session. It's just so happens I'm using the same ones here, and press save. Also I should have highlighted how to create a room, so let's go back to locations. To add in a new room, I will actually just show how to do that in the next video. Think about it.